Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today I am with Elaine. We are in Carolina Forest. It's a beautiful day. Elaine, could you tell me where we're standing right now?
We are in front of our brand new Carolina Forest Senior Center. And when I say brand new, it's a couple of years old now, but for a council on aging, that's brand new.
It still looks new to me.
I think so too.
Well, why don't you tell people what this place is all about?
This is a senior center. We have 10 in Horry County, and this is a place that if you're over 60, you can come, have lunch, do some exercise, play some bingo once in a while, not all the time, and have many, many information delivery sessions where you can learn about Medicare, you can learn about all insurances, and you can find out a lot of information that may help you in your day-to-day life.
Well, I can imagine this is obviously a need in our community.
It is
Why?
a need in our county because when we age, our worlds get smaller and smaller, and we need people that are younger, like you maybe, to come and help us see what's available, what we may need to do. We need to learn about scams. We need to learn and be in a place that with our peers that we can understand what's going on in the world.
So you were saying this is one of 10
Yes,
across
it is.
Horry County.
Yes.
So where are all these other locations? You don't have to name them all. And do they all have the same amenities? How does that work?
They all have the same. We have a van at
Oh.
each center that if you can't drive, we can pick you up. All the centers have lunch on a daily basis. Each of our center has a manager, a driver, and an assistant. And you can go on our website, Horry County Council on Aging.org, and find our locations and our telephone numbers.
Perfect. And what has been the response from people so far?
Well, this is our 50th year.
Yeah.
So we've been around a long time, and it's a way of life. To come to a senior center means that you have something to do when you get up in the mornings. You're not just staying around and being isolated. Of course, you know, case by case, that does bring on dementia, and we don't want to see that happen. The longer you can be active, come to a senior center, have friends, do activities, go to the beach, go out to eat. We do all kind of things together. Go to the farmers markets. The better off you are.
I love it. Well, can you tell me a little bit more about this Council on Aging?
Well, the Horry County Council on Aging, as I said, has been around for 50 years. We're federally, state, and locally funded. There's a $20 a year membership fee, which is very minimal.
Yeah.
There's no charge. We operate all on donations, and people just find it to be a way of life. The senior centers are only a portion of our program. We
Yeah,
have the
tell me
10 senior centers, and we also do home delivered meals. At present, we deliver 300 citizens 5 meals a week.
Wow.
And that really helps them out, keeps them at home and independent. As our mission statement says, we were created to keep people at home, live with as much independence and dignity as possible. So that's everything we do revolves around our mission statement.
Yeah.
We also do medical transportation. We take you to and from the doctor. We have 3 beautiful brand new wheelchair accessible vans that we got with grants, and we want to keep them on the road. You can become eligible for this transportation through a hotline through the state, but those who can't get the eligibility, we take them for $15 one way.
Okay.
So for $30, you can go on an appointment,
Gotcha.
and that's very reasonable.
Yeah,
It is.
definitely.
That doesn't even cover the cost, but we just want to keep our vans on the road.
Yeah,
That's what they're
definitely.
there for.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Decladerm. Guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. We have a new product to talk about today, Decladerm, and that's why I'm joined by Casey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks so much for having me.
I'm excited to learn more about Decladerm. I was reading a little bit because I'm very intrigued. I want to do some preventative stuff with my neck, but this also can help people that are already seeing signs of aging to their necks, right?
You are exactly right. And I love that you said you want to already try it to start preventing, because here's another term to add with that whole turkey neck. Like, we've all heard the turkey neck term, right? But it's also called tech neck because we all do it. We have our phones with us all day. We're working from our phones, not just being on social. And it's starting to give us that, signs of that tech neck or turkey neck. So we all need a little help with a product like Decladerm. It's a neck firming cream. So you want to apply on the neck, the chest, and that décolleté, and it goes to work for you at night. So it really is that extra little help to give us that confidence that we need as we start to age.
And I feel like it's such an easy thing to add to your routine because you're already doing your skincare routine every day. Just put some on your neck and it will look better. And how soon do you start seeing results?
So we had a clinical survey, we had women, and we saw results as early as 2 weeks.
Wow.
So really we say, give it a chance. Do it the full month, 60 days, 90 days and beyond, because one of the great things is it's a product that once it goes to work, the results get better and better over time. So I challenge everybody, take your photo on day 1 and day 30, even if it's just the before and after comparison for yourself. You don't want anybody else to see it, but just keep it on your phone. Day 1, day 30, and day 60, because my mom is famous for not taking the before photo. She's like, that is not going to work. And then she always tells me, I wish I would have taken that before photo. So give it a try.
It's so satisfying too, just to see the little changes that happen. But I'm a little curious too as to what is in Decladerm that makes it so powerful.
Okay, I'm so glad you asked. So really think of it like a trifecta. So the first ingredient is that retinol. We've all heard of retinol, maybe even used it. Think of it like that boxer. It's gonna box out those wrinkles. Then they have an ingredient called bakuchiol. It's a newer ingredient. It's a plant-based ingredient. It is there to help stimulate collagen and smooth the skin. Then they were really smart. They said, hey, we're battling the wrinkles with the retinol, but sometimes folks can be sensitive with retinol. So they added in hyaluronic acid. That's going to bring the moisture to the forefront to really help hydrate the skin. So really they were smart with adding in all 3 of those ingredients to help combat, that sensitive kind of delicate skin area.
Very plumping too.
Yes, you totally said it. You can see with our before and afters, like you can really do a lot for the face, makeup and sunscreen and injections, but what can you do for the neck? You really can't do a whole lot. So that's why Decladerm really is ahead of its time.
I love it. Okay, well, if somebody is watching right now, they want to see those before and afters, or they want to learn more, try it for themselves, how can they do that?
So we've got more on our website, lots of good before and afters and more testimonies. It's decladerm.com. So we've all bought those products where we get them, we used it for a month, it didn't work, and we just throw it in our drawer. We give you guys that 60-day money back guarantee. So try it, and if you're not fully satisfied, you can send it back. There's a special just for your viewers if they go online or call. And really we want you guys to take that challenge, take that before and after photo, and you'll be really impressed.
So here's what people don't tell you. They don't tell you that once you turn 50, your neck starts to get wrinkles.
Extra skin here. Very, very saggy.
Like crepe paper.
And just a loose skin.
Very bad crepey neck that I was always very self-conscious of.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Decladerm. The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Seaside United Detailing Supply. Guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I am at Seaside United Detailing Supply and I'm joined by the owner, Everett. How are you, Everett?
I'm well, how are you?
I should say welcome back to the show because
Yes,
we've
ma'am.
already met before.
Absolutely.
You are a tried and true car detailer, but now you have this new store that people can detail their own cars.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me all about it.
So 3 years ago, I sat and I'm like, Myrtle Beach needs an auto detailing supply store. So the idea was born, did a lot of work, a lot of running around looking at empty stores. There's a lot of work that went into it, and here we are. So whether you're a professional detailer, a weekend warrior, just an enthusiast, we have everything here. From soap, degreasers, towels, we'll be carrying equipment soon, so polishers, pads, the whole shebang.
So this is for just people that care about their car too, not just people who are experts at
Yeah,
detailing.
no, anybody from a consumer. So the thing is professional, prosumer, and then consumer.
Okay.
So those guys that have businesses, they're professional. The prosumers, those who kind of do it on the weekend for a couple extra bucks. And then the consumer, those that just like to tinker with their own cars.
And one of the other benefits too is you can give people advice that you
Absolutely.
can't get at a big box store.
For sure. The support that we intend to pump out of the store is definitely, we're excited about that part of it.
And you were telling me that you really want to be involved in the community too. Why is that important to you and how have you already started to do that?
Well, from a car standpoint, I don't know that there's many community-driven car entities, that's local. So you have part stores and all these different car type places, but not many of them engage with the community. So I want to heavily engage with those people that like cars. So bringing people together, sharing the love of cars.
Yeah. And you were telling me that you have people come out here to the store already, that they can
Right.
bring their cars, you have a little music.
We do what we call Sunday cleaning. So basically we invite people here. So we give them some sample products sponsored by Looking Good Auto Detailing. We give them some products for them to clean their cars. So whether they're cleaning their cars, listening to music, we have a DJ that comes out, or just hanging out. Some people just come to meet.
All right, well, where can people find you guys?
3530 Northgate Drive, Suite B2.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by Seaside United Detailing Supply. Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina, everyone. I have an author in the studio, John. Thank you so much for being here with me
Thanks
today.
for having me, I appreciate it.
Okay, let's get right into it. You wrote this book called Visited Mom Today, and it's about your own personal experience with your mother, amongst other stories. Tell me all about it.
Sure. So my mother was diagnosed about 16 years ago with Alzheimer's, and for 13 of those years, she was in a memory care unit. And so the last 8 years, she also was nonverbal. And so I would take her to different areas in the nursing home, and I would have her sit with other residents, and I would talk to them. And these are a collection of the stories of the sweet, poignant, funny stories that some of the residents and I had.
I feel like that's something you don't see very often when we're talking about this terrible disease. Are good fun moments too. So do you have anything that sticks out from the book maybe?
Well, first of all, that is exactly right. I think there's so much out there about the science, and there's so much out there about the symptoms and what to look for, but there's really not a human side to Alzheimer's or dementia, so I think that's sort of where that fits. There was one woman that really sticks out for me. She was a nurse in her real life, and when she became a resident at the nursing home in the memory care unit, she thought she was working as a nurse. So she would greet me every time I came at the elevator and tell me how my mother was doing that day, and then would take me, down the hall to check in, and she was just in her element. And really the key to having these discussions is really you have to step into their world because they can no longer step into ours.
That's such a good point. Well, how long did it take for you to write the book?
It was over a period of the 8 years. And what I did was, these were Facebook posts that I did. And so they really started out as just posts for my friends to read and hear what was happening with my mother and these kind of funny, sweet stories. And over time, people said, you have so many of these, you should be putting them in a book or a collection. And that's really what made me do the book.
I love when there's stories like that where the stories are so good you have to write a book about it,
Right. Exactly.
Well, I know somebody watching right now is going to want to know where they can find this.
Sure.
Where can they find the book?
You can get the book right now on Amazon, and you can just search for Visited Mom Today, and it should come right up.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
All right, guys, now I'm having a little chat with Susan from Family Outreach of Horry County. Good morning, Susan. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me. I'm always ready to talk about family outreach.
All right, I'm giving you the mic here. Tell me what you guys do.
Okay, first of all, Family Outreach has been operating in Horry County since 1983, and we are one of 20 family resource centers in the whole state of South Carolina. And what that means is we offer a multitude of things under our umbrella to help families. And this is any family in Horry County, but most especially the most vulnerable families. Our mission is to prevent child abuse and neglect through educational opportunities for parents. And one of our most important programs that we have for parents is a free parenting education program called Triple P. Triple P is an international evidence-based parenting program that's been proven to be effective all over the world. It originated in Australia, and we offer one-on-one classes, and we also offer 2-hour discussion groups for parents. And as I said, these are free, and these are for parents of children 0 to 17 years of age. The discussion groups are in person. The one-on-one, while they can be in person, they can also be done over Zoom or through a phone call. And those also have 3 follow-up meetings, where they work on parenting skills and problems that come up and see how everything's going to help parents. We have a diaper bank for parents in need. We have a lot of working parents out there, and they're working 2 jobs, and they're trying to make ends meet, and they run out of diapers, and the rent's due. And we can help with diapers. We help with formula when we can, but we rely strictly on people donating unused, unopened formula, unexpired formula for us to give out. We also, always need donations of diapers and pull-ups, especially the large sizes, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the larger size pull-ups, baby wipes, gently used clothes for infants to 5 years of age. We don't have the space to have larger sizes that we can help families with. We have a monthly support group meeting that the Rock Church in Conway donates the space each month for us to get families together, especially young mothers, because we work with young mothers. We work with teen moms in the high schools. But we have at the support group, parents of all ages. And it's a chance sometimes just to get out of the house and have a little bit of socialization. We offer daycare. We also do that with the discussion group, Parent Triple P. We have daycare. So there's no reason they can't go if they have kids that need watched. We have a daycare provider to watch over them.
That is awesome. I can see you guys have a lot of resources and a lot of knowledge. Is there some way that our viewers can go to find out, what you guys need, like a list of things to donate or ways to get involved?
Yes, they can check out our website at family-outreach.org. They can also find us on Facebook at Family Outreach Horry, or Family Support Services of Horry County, which is our legal name. We do business as Family Outreach. Because we're on social media, we're on Instagram, and they can always call the office, and that number is 843-234-2350.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.